這短片節錄自聖陛下第17世大寶法王嘉華噶瑪巴聽耶多傑帶領禪修的短片，請大家跟着法王的帶領一起修持。
So very simply, you inhale gently first. Well, not now. I'm just introducing. You inhale gently first, and then exhale, sort of a little bit strong and a little bit deep, 3 times. So it's a way to somehow unnecessary, let's say, oxygens, let's say, and that is somehow lingering in our system to ventilate that. And after that, then you breathe. Try to breathe steady, always through your nose, not through your lips. And then always try to maintain your back straight, with a straight back. So not slouching, or not sideways, and also not completely backwards, and also not, too rigidly stretching also. Yeah.
很簡單，我先介紹一下。你先輕輕吸氣，然後呼氣時用點力，盡量呼出。這樣做3次，把滯留在我們體內的氣體排出，然後穩定地呼吸，通過鼻子呼吸，而不是通過口腔。然後盡量保持背部挺直，不要彎背或側身，也不要向後傾，也不要太僵硬地拉伸。
And what else? Yeah, then also the level of one's head shouldn't be too up high, shouldn't be too low, shouldn't be also too much on the sides. It's more or less balanced. A little bit downwards, a little bit.
此外，頭部的水平不要太高或太低，不要向側面傾斜，大概保持正中位置，稍微低頭一點點。
And then the eyes. When we begin, it's better that we close our eyes. Later on, when we get used to calming the mind, when we are able to calm the mind at will, then we can open the eyes a little bit, but not too much.
有關眼睛，當我們開始的時候，最好閉上眼睛，然後當我們習慣了把心息平靜下來時，我們可以稍微睜開眼睛，但不要太多。
The point is where sort of like if you do it like that, so it's basically along the line of the nose, so right about that tip, so not here, right there. So yeah.
關鍵是你要把目光集中於2個手掌寬度外的位置，基本上是沿着鼻子的直線，大概在這一點，不要太高，在這位置。
So, and also the tongue also shouldn't be going anywhere, but sort of, staying in contact with the upper palate. Yeah.
舌頭不應左右隨意放置，而要與上顎保持接觸。
And also our lips should be more or less sort of not forcefully but naturally sealed, yes, so that we don't breathe through our lips or through our mouth, because then we are not able to, let's say, basically if we breathe through our nose, then we, let's say, also filter whatever we breathe in, so it's much better for the lungs.
而且我們的嘴唇應該自然地閉上，而不需用力。因此我們不會經口腔呼吸。若果我們經鼻子呼吸，鼻子會過濾空氣，所以對肺部好得多了。
And then what else? And then in terms of the hand posture, it doesn't really matter. You can just have it resting both the hands, the palm of your hands on your knees, or what is known as the best is sort of like I think it's known as the mudra of stating the mind in a composed and undivided state, I think. Yeah, like that. Yeah. So the left palm underneath, and then the right palm on and over it. And what else? Well, there are many things.
至於手的姿勢，這不是很重要。你可以把雙手放在膝蓋上，最好是結一個手印，它可以幫助心識處於一種平靜和不分散的狀態。左手掌在下面，右手掌在上面。
But those are the basics, and what you try to do is initially, if you have too many thoughts, if you are not able to calm the mind at all, too busy. If the mind is too busy, then we have no choice but to somehow force oneself to calm it a little bit. Yeah. But we shouldn't overdo it. If you overdo it, then we will not be able to meditate at all. The mind will never become calm. Then we will not enjoy. Well, we're not supposed to enjoy the meditation, but that there will be no, let's say, there will be no joy in. There will be no joy in meditation. There's no tranquility in meditation.
這些是基本。如果你有太多的思緒，我們只好迫使自己平靜一點，但我們不要太過火。如果你做得太過火，便根本無法禪修，心識不會平靜下來，禪修不會有樂趣，也沒有寧靜。
If it's too busy, then force it to, let's say, somehow bring the mind back wherever it's going. And then once it's stable, then also have awareness and be mindful of also of not of the mind not turning towards the mind going down. So that's another.
當有太多思緒時，無論心識往哪裏走，我們都要讓它安靜下來。一旦心識穩定下來，也要警覺，不要讓心識昏沉。
Then now in terms of what you have to meditate, there is no real, let's say, guideline. There are many ways one can meditate. Often the best way to somehow bringing the mind in control and at peace and calm, and may make it calm is to count in a way, to count one's breath. You inhale slowly, you exhale slowly, and every time you do that, you count as one. So like 1, 2.
就你必須禪修的內容而言，沒有真正的指導方針。禪修有很多方法，通常讓心識得到控制、平靜的最好方法是數呼吸。你慢慢吸氣，慢慢呼氣，每次你這樣做， 你都算一次。一、二，這樣數。
Because the reason why we do that is because the mind is too busy, and if we just let it be quiet, the mind will become agitated, and because it is used to move. So we are giving some movement, but very with a good rhythm, and that rhythm is neither let's say virtuous nor non-virtuous. It's just just in between. That's why it's easier to. It's a good method to give the mind something to do, but nothing negative. And in that way, the mind will become much more flexible and much more calm. So probably we do that, I think.
我們之所以這麼做，是因為心識太繁忙了。如果你要求心識安靜下來，心識就會變得焦躁不安。因為心識習慣於移動，所以我們讓它隨着良好的節奏移動。這種節奏沒有善與非善之分，它介於兩者之間。這是一個很好的方法，可以讓心識做一些事情，但也不負面。這樣心識會變得更加靈活和平靜。所以我們可以這麼做。
So first, we inhale and exhale 3 times to clear our lungs.
請跟着法王的示範，首先我們呼吸3次，以排出在肺部的氣體。
So now stay focused, and one other thing is try to breathe from your abdomen rather than from your chest. In that way, it's much better.
繼續集中注意力，試着從腹部而不是胸部呼吸，這樣會好些。
And know that in this moment, during this moment, nothing matters.
在這一刻，什麼都不重要。
Okay. So now slowly then we inhale one last time.
我們最後一次吸氣，
Then exhale long and slow.
然後慢慢呼氣。
Okay. So today is just a very basic form of meditation, but it's as I said before, it's very essential. If you have trouble meditating, whatever practice we do, then this is the sort of thing that we need to do, and then it will become easier for whatever later practices we do.
今天只是做了一種非常基本的禪修形式，但這是非常重要的。如果你在禪修或修持有困難，這就是我們需要做的事情。然後，無論我們做什麼修行，都會變得更容易。
Actually, this sort of meditation, if it's for 1 minute or 5 minutes, it's very advisable to do, to perform, to practice. And before anything important, any important things that you have to do, let's say making a decision, and mostly making decisions. Yeah. Sometimes we get lost not knowing what to cook today. Yeah. So even on that part, it will help.
這種1分鐘至5分鐘的禪修是非常值得推薦的，包括在做任何重要的事情、做任何抉擇之前，主要是在做決定之前。有時我們會迷失方向，不知道今天該做什麼菜，因此即使在這方面也會有所幫助。
So then I thank you very much. I had a wonderful time with all of you. May it be of great benefit for all of you for whatever Dharma that we have shared together. So we dedicate all this also to all sentient beings. Okay?
我非常感謝你，我和你們度過了一段美好的時光。無論我們分享了什麼佛法，都會對你們大有裨益。我們也將這一切回向給一切有情眾生。
Thank you, and very good evening.